Customers with special needs are important, so be patient with anyone who needs extra attention. Do everything you can to help.
I think it's important to treat everyone the same every time. But if you see anyone having a hard time, accommodate them the best you can. Be available for help.
Don't worry about them showing you their ID. You may not always see what their need is. It's not always obvious. I see customers with regular wheelchairs, and I ask if they want to be strapped in. Most of the time they say no, but help is always available.
You need to pull the ramp out all the time for every passenger with special needs. When they're boarding, make sure you wait until they're seated properly. Don't move that bus.
There are millions of people in the U.S. living with disabilities today. Many depend on public transportation, and you will have people with special needs of all kinds as your customers. Every transit system is required by law to eliminate transportation discrimination for seniors and persons with disabilities.
Facilities and equipment must be designed to provide access to everyone, so you need to be trained to provide that for your customers.
The Americans with Disability Act requires operators to make announcements for customers, help with boarding and securement, understand the laws and rights of people with disabilities. You need to perform a pre-trip inspection and know how to operate the queue straight, ramp and lift, and wheelchair accommodations. All will help your customers with disabilities.
Here's what you need to know. First, you have to tell a disabled customer who is using a wheelchair, walker, or other mobility device that it needs to be secured. It's for all your passengers' safety, but you can't force them to do it. If they refuse, suggest they use priority seating.
If someone refuses to secure their equipment, advise them that it's unsafe. Call or text Central and tell them you have a customer that does not want to be secured. If a customer's device has manual brakes, ask them to set the brakes. If it's electric, ask them to power it off.
Your customers will need to be at the curb at a regular service stop. Watch customers through the ride and make sure they're okay. Make announcements as needed.
If your ramp ever has a problem, stop and advise the customer, then manually unfold the ramp to accommodate the person. Be patient and allow extra time for people to get their seats before you move the bus. If anyone requests to use the ramp, wheelchair lift, or kneeler, you have to let them. Unless they ask for assistance, don't hold on to the wheelchair. Talk to people at eye level if possible, and speak directly to the person in the wheelchair, and not their companion. Most people will take care of themselves and their equipment.
Go slow over speed bumps and around corners to prevent wheelchairs and other devices from tipping or sliding into the aisle.
I've had customers with speaking and hearing problems, but with some practice, it's not hard to communicate. I talk to them as clear as I can. Sometimes I use paper and pen, and I keep eye contact. Working together, we can communicate. If your customer is visually impaired, make sure to pull up close to the curb. Make sure you announce the route number, destination, and transfer points. Stop at safe locations, help them out with boarding and fares, and be clear when giving them directions. Other disabilities can include intellectual problems, people with autism, spectrum disorders, mental illness, brain injury, stroke, or Alzheimer's disease, and other dementias. You may have customers with those disabilities. Don't ever talk down to them. Use clear and plain language. Speak directly to the customers, not their companion. Offer help, but wait until it's accepted. If you can't understand someone, don't pretend. Ask again.
I have some customers with service animals. Now, I love dogs, but if you don't or your passengers react to them, you still can't deny a customer with a service animal a ride. Don't touch or talk to the animal without the owner's permission.
And you can't ask a person with a disability to remove a service animal from the bus unless the owner has lost control of the animal.
Remember, you can't tell who's disabled just by looking at them. Offer your assistance and respect your customers' needs and requests whenever possible.
You are going to have customers with special needs in your work with Ride On. Many people depend on our service for much or all of their transportation needs. Like anybody else, they're trying to get somewhere to live their lives, whether it's work or play, or both.
Treat everyone the same, special needs or not. Which is to say, be professional, cheerful, and helpful at all times.